Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of my Karelia campaign in Steel Division 2, playing on the Soviet side. Previously we completed the battles for this turn, and now we're just going to move the rest of my forces behind my lines in order to move on to the next turn. So let's see what we have to do. I think most of the stuff to our left was already done, more or less, in that regard. We can certainly squeeze up a few of these units though. Get the 21st Army forwards with those tanks. Get the 1238th Rifle Regiment in there. Just all of these can just squeeze up nicely. Great. I'm probably going to leave the Motorized Rifle Battalion behind, but we'll move it up for the time being. I could probably actually put them onto the road so that they can speed up in the future. And the 63rd Guards Rifle Division HQ in there. Great. Move these ones to the right. The 30th Guards Rifle Corps, that is artillery, we'll move that up. I am probably going to move up my artillery as well, actually. I'm going to squeeze them up as far as I can, because then I can use them with like their bombard abilities offensively to create opportunities in the front line. We'll give that a go. Okay, as we move further down, got all of these troops to move. We'll squeeze them all up. And we also have the AA. This can be deployed. Great. And there's all of these that need to push through the gap. This one can probably push forwards with them. That's an anti-tank regiment, so it'd be useful to bump into any armor. These ones can come down though. And we'll breach through this gap because there's a nice salient forming here with very limited forces in our way. Great. And the 22nd Assault Engineer Brigade. That's interesting. It has a lot of different tanks. SU-122s. They're all 2-star veterancy as well. It's got the Flamer KV and the Flamer OT on the T-34. Move those up. Get them to the front line sooner than later. Move up the artillery. For use next turn. Same deal with the 318th Guards Mortar Brigades. Okay, we have the 265th Rifle Division here. We can move those up. And the 268th, these are the HQs. I could maybe move this AA actually. Now let's move the AA up. That won't really affect much in terms of the AA coverage. It's kind of in this middle of 2 that we've just set up. That is fine. Further on the right here, all good. Think further down, I made all the movements already. I guess I could squeeze up this artillery. Let's do that. Alright, let's move on to the next turn. Finally moving on to turn 3. 10 episodes into the campaign, which is pretty nuts. There's just so many units to move. Let's see when they attack us. I'm going to turn off the strength modifiers so that we can see things a bit clearly. A bit more clearly. Are they going to attack? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, they're going to take the Jaeger Battalion into the 108th Rifle Corps. Now, they could, of course, back this up with aircraft. We're outside of our AA range. Maybe I want to bring in some fighters or something. We're actually out of their AA range as well. What could I use? The recon regiment's kind of useless. What about the guards fighter wings? I guess these are more or less the same. One's Yak 9Bs and one is LA5s. I think we'll use the Yak 9s. Mainly because they have bigger bombs. That'll be more useful. Right, back at the front line. We're going to need some reasonable amounts of infantry. I'll bring along the Motorized Rifle Battalion as well, I think. We won't really use that otherwise. It'd be good to back up the initial forces. It might leave us a little dry on the ground, but we do have the SU-122s that can delete infantry very easily, so we'll have to rely on those. Alright, let's tactical battle. I'm not sure what they brought in. It looks like they bring in aircraft as well. They did. Well, looks like we might actually have some air battles going on. Interesting. Now the air force that the Finnish get is actually pretty scary, because their close support wings are way more stacked than my guards fighter wing is going to be, but hopefully we can still shoot down plenty of their stuff. I might have to just deploy a few fighters at the start just to make sure that we have the airspace, because they only have one ground unit, so it'd be better off if we just flew around like in the air with a few fighters from the start. Alright, let's manual deploy. Using fighters like this is not really something I do too often, and at the moment fighters aren't terribly great, but yeah, we'll give it a go. I think the Yak 9Ts would be best. There's these Yak 9s with the 2-star veterancy though should have pretty good agility. Let's use Yak 9Ts. So we'll just have them kind of spread out and defend the airspace. Right, on the ground, we're going to want to have the Su-122s, and we'll kind of play things, I think, defensively initially, just to make sure that I can set these up nicely. We will just deploy mostly on the center here and on any ridge. So on this right hand side we can put one up top. I can probably have one on the right hand side here, quite far up. And maybe we could push some towards the center areas. We could have a couple go to here and a couple go to here. Right. Then we need infantry. So Purdy are good for the forested engagements. So we'll put a couple of those, I think, in the center. One for those trees, one for, let's say, those trees. Because ideally I want to put the Sapari or any close range infantry in tree lines that connect to tree lines on the other side of the 50-50. Because that's where we're going to end up fighting at close range. Elsewhere, like in the town, I'm probably just going to want to use any form of Sapari that we have. Or not Sapari, Strauki. So Strauki should be good. We have Strauki DP and standard Strauki. I may be able to get across here. We'll give it a go. It might be a bit risky, but they're just standard Strauki squads, so I'm not too concerned. I'll deploy a couple on this side. We'll have one try and get across. I could also bring in a Maxim as well. We'll put the Maxim there. That will provide a decent range. Get another Maxim for the right, I think, as well. Maybe put it in the towers. We need some Strauki over here as well. It's going to be pretty imperative that I keep the infantry squads alive where I can, actually, because we are limited in the amount of them. Although we got lots of these Avtos in the M3A1 Razvedka, which is nice. We'll have to use some of those. They also, like the M3A1 Razvedka has the recon, so we'll make good use of that. I'll have one of them in the center with the Su-122s. I'll probably have another one up on the hill with the Sapari. And we'll also bring in a leader for those Sapari as well. Just going to move these all up. I don't know why I'm putting them on the train track. Put them on the road. That is an old habit from Steel Division Omni 44. Because train lines acted like roads. Okay. Let's launch the battle. See how we get on. Get that aircraft out. And we'll just have these patrolling each area of the map. And if anything comes out to fight us or bomb us or whatever, we can shoot it down. The Ju-87 might do some serious damage, so I've got to be a little bit wary of that. Whatever that is probably more important to kill. That is some Focke-Wulfs. Oh, there's also a Ju-87. Okay, well, looks like we're going to have a fight on our hands. I need to shoot down this Ju-87 really badly. It's going for my Su-122s. Wait, did it not drop? I don't think it dropped. Okay. That was close. Oh my god, my heart skips a beat there. That would have been terrible. That's not the end of it though. Here comes another. Damn. Okay, we're going to need more fighters, 100%, if they're actually going to be throwing out Ju-87s like this. Alright, let's move up the Straki here. And on this side, I'm not sure if we should have them stay there. We're going to have to just keep an eye on the front in general. We'll spread out these Su-122s. I didn't even realize they had the cluster bomber variants of Ju-87s, so we'll have to make sure we keep our units spread out. I'm also going to have to kill the Ju-87 with the recon, because they're using that to acquire targets. Let's push forwards on the right. I'm probably going to move forwards with the Su-122s. We'll have one just kind of rush across the bridge there. I'll have this one rush across the bridge on the left side. And we're going to have to focus on the Ju-87 instead, especially the cluster Ju-87. That's going to really suck if it kills us. Yeah. Alright, kids. We'll kill the other one as well. Right. Alright, we're doing okay so far. Gonna have them spread out again. Gonna want to keep moving forwards the Su-122s. I'm gonna have one move forwards on the left. It looks like we are struggling here because of the grenades they're throwing, which is not really ideal. I might be able to bomb those squads and surrender them, but I'm gonna have to micro this properly. Otherwise they're just gonna keep jumping on us. And wait for those bombs to drop when they get in the building. I don't know, I think that's not, yeah, that's not gonna work. Unfortunately, I surrendered our own unit. Oh, they're out of fuel. Ah, no. Get some more yaks in the sky. I'm gonna have those two. Kill the Taka and Puya. That's gonna really hurt otherwise. I'm gonna need some more rifles for the right hand side. Oh, we lost that infantry squad. It's really difficult, like, having to pay attention to so many different places at once. Be very, very hard. They do have some decent infantry as well. We have a loader knockout there. That's going to be because of the Lati squad. I think we just about shot down another Ju-87 cluster bomber. I think that's going to go for my yak, so we'll just turn it in. I wish I could watch these dogfights, because it'd be very, very cool to see. I'm going to need some more infantry on the right hand side. I think that's going to be my biggest problem. The lack of infantry. We do actually have some AA. I should be using that, because not only is it great against their aircraft, it's also great for killing infantry, which is my biggest problem right now. Okay, let's just bring up some more Avtos. This is a tough old battle. We need to be careful with this SU. No, this one's gonna die as well. Tragic. Oh no. Maybe we can shoot down that one. I'm not sure how many of these Ju-87s they have. Surely they don't have that many. I have no idea. Either way. We do need to take care of that AT gun that's in the way. I guess we can strafe that actually. We could strafe that to death. can also probably strafe the mortar to death. Okay, let's get into a building here. There's a lot of infantry on that left side. Unfortunately, the Avtos, I'm not sure they're going to be able to kill all of that. We're going to have to just back off. I'm going to bring up a couple more of my Su-122s on the left with a KV-1S. Kill most of that stuff. Okay. Well, this is a real tough battle right now. My Maxims are certainly doing the trick, and so are theirs, so maybe I should just get more Maximins in if I have them. They're keeping the enemy at range. Oh wow. So many Ju-87s. Okay, well, the AA saved us there, which is good. I think the Ju-87 tried to bomb that though, which is not ideal. Right, let's get a couple more of these Resvedkas around. We need basically recon with all of our tanks and stuff so that I can see what I'm fighting. Damn. What a battle so far. This is probably the biggest fight that the AI has put up in this campaign so far. I may not be playing it perfectly, but we'll get there. The WSU-122 did the job on the left. They are going to have a finite amount of infantry, but then again, so are we. So it is a bit difficult. Move forwards the Avto. And on this right hand side, I'm going to have to find a way to get rid of the Komsomolets. I guess I could probably bomb it. Maybe. I could make use of more bombers actually. And use them as like fighter bombers. That tank in Toyonta is going to really hurt. And I've got to be careful with my AA actually. Nice shot there from the Strelki DP. We out of range? Yeah, we are. Okay, good. We're going to get some Resvedka in front of the M17 because I don't actually need the infantry for frontline presence. I just need to know what I'm shooting at. Okay, let's get my Su-122 across and we can use that to cover the road. And tanking Toyonta, I don't think they pushed the front line there, so... they're going to be pretty difficult to find unless I have recon. I'm not sure why they're bringing in supply. Bringing it in for something. Oh, we need to get the Yak 9s flying about again. Shoot down that Ju-87, hopefully. Okay, great. Let's just push up to the trees on the left. We are currently 14 to 10, but we're not really making any ground in terms of tickets. That's unfortunate. Gonna get more of those Yak 9s. How many more do I have? Got a few. Bomb any infantry that I find, and we should be okay. Okay, good. We pin those down. If that's the only thing holding this salient, then we should close that. Would be good. Oh, gotta unload in the face of the Yagari, unfortunately. That will cause my Avtos to get Molotoved, and unfortunately the Su-122 missed a little bit, so that actually ended up surrendering them. Oh dear. Okay. Let's get the Yak 9Bs to help us out a little bit here. I didn't realize the Redka actually came in the M3A1 Razvedkas as well. That's going to be handy. I want to take that flag on the far right there. I also want to take this one across the bridge. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get up to it, but we'll move the Su-122 forwards. Start moving some infantry down. See how we do. I might be able to strafe that Komsomolets to death. Right, let's get an Avto to run up here. I'm going to get my Su-122 to move up as well. Okay, and then we'll grab some more infantry. I'll use the NKVD, I think, to just push that right-hand side. Maybe put a bit too many there. We'll bring in a couple of M2s with the Razvedka there, and I'm just going to keep spending more and more of our points so that I can get this done sooner than later. Currently, minor victory, 13 minutes. Ooh, Ju-87 bombed our recon vehicle there. Doesn't really matter if the N3A1 Razvedkas die, actually. Mainly because of them being the transport for other units. So, technically we get them for free. And in that case, the one that was there wasn't really doing anything useful, so it didn't really matter. Right, I'm going to bomb that. And we're going to bomb the Takampuya. Actually, never mind. They just got hit by the Su-122. That is fine. Okay, going to grab a few Yak 9Bs. We're just going to strafe the Komsomolets. Hopefully we can kill it. And maybe we can get to 18 flags, which would be good. Let me move these Su-122s forwards now. They can push the front line. Allow us to get the extra flags. And the KV-1S to follow them up. Great. Looks like, unfortunately, the NKVD are being shot to pieces. And this M17 might actually run out of ammunition, so we'll have to bring some in. Oh, that's not good. My fighters failed to kill the Ju-87. Oh, I thought it missed for a second, but nope. No such luck. Let's get into cover. Makes them take way less damage. Right, I've got to find whatever's hiding here. Get those Yak 9Bs to go and kill that Ju-87, whatever it is. Another bomber. Oh, there is a AT gun there. Good to take that out. Now we stopped it from dropping its bombs at least. Alright, we'll have to focus on the Focke-Wulf. Oh, there's also the Ju-87 there. So we target that, get the Yak 9Ts to hit the Focke-Wulf. Okay, we're 20 to 4. It's been a hard fought battle, but I think they've just run out of stuff before we did. Because we are pretty much on our last legs, in terms of infantry at least. Good. Can we get total victory? That is the quest right now. Let's just bomb this, we'll bomb this, and maybe we can kill whatever's putting pressure on the front line. I need to keep these very alive actually, so probably best not to push them forwards. We'll let the Rozvedka find whatever it is. Oh, there was a leader there. Is that all it was? Probably not. We've got 3 minutes actually to get the total victory, so we actually got a much longer amount of time than I thought we had. Well, there is a Focke-Wulf with rockets on it. That is not very fun, is it? Ouch. Okay, let's just strafe the Yukari. Oh, there's another unit there we got to kill as well. Oh, the Lahito Yunta. They're gonna drop a nade on top of my dudes. That's no fun, is it? Right, let's get all of these forwards. Great. Well, what about all this has been? Apologies again for not being able to zoom in too much. I would have loved to have watched all the dogfights, but this was pretty micro-intensive. That's for sure. Ooh, nice hit there with the 37. Did a barrel roll for style points as well. There is an AT gun. Well, hopefully we can just blow that up. We might actually lose our SG-122, but we'll see. Went 23 to 1. Look at that. Wonderful. What a battle. This has been a good battle. I've enjoyed this a lot. Haven't played it perfectly, that's for sure, but we did well. 20 minutes, 11 seconds, 188 kills, 55 losses. That is fantastic. Now, a lot of those, of course, are going to be air kills, which does inflate that quite a bit. But bringing in the M17s, if I'd spotted them sooner, I would have brought them in sooner, which would have been a good idea because they can tear apart infantry and they can stop the Ju-87s from dropping their bombs, because the AI, when they get stressed a little bit from AA or from aircraft, they tend to tell them to fall back. So, yeah, that was a fun battle. Blimey, lots and lots of aircraft lost. We didn't lose a single aircraft, which is good. We managed to take care of a lot of the Focke-Wulfs that came in. Well, the 2 Focke-Wulfs that came in. I think there maybe was one more, but they got out. And we lost 8 Su-122s. That really hurts, but mainly comes down to the Ju-87s, I guess, with the cluster bombs. We did also lose a couple of them to like Tenketuyunta and Yakari, but there we go. That's actually destroyed the unit that attacked us. Blimey. That was quite something. The aircraft that the Finnish get in this campaign are really scary. When I'm on the Finnish side, it'll be very, very nice to make use of them. But I do think they come in like a limited supply. They only have like 2 or 3 units that they can use. And so that was 2 of their aircraft units. Or can we continue to break through? Oh, we can. Great. Probably going to destroy the 5th Army Corps HQ. So let's start by doing that this turn. I'm going to use just a couple units because I don't think it can be really reinforced. So we'll bring these 2 and push those, and then we can have these continue to push forwards. Great. So let's bring in the aircraft again. I'm probably just going to bring in the LA-5s just in case they decide to bring in their aircraft to defend this. Just having a quick check of what we're up against. These recon squads are going to really suck. The Sisi. Laito Junta. They are going to have some armor cars. So I'm going to have to probably bring out AT guns from the start. That's tactical battle. Oh, they did actually bring an aircraft again. Okay, well, in for another dogfight. This is going to be the air episode, apparently. We will manual deploy. There's actually 2 fighter regiments coming in. Wow. Well, fighter regiments, hopefully they don't have too many bombs, although I distinctly remember before the fighter regiments got involved, I think one of them has Blenheims. So they will bomb me to death. Right, anyway. Let's just make sure we have some AT guns moving up. And we'll put them onto the ridges. Perfect. We'll do the same on the left. Not sure how far out we're going to be able to get with those, actually. Kind of want one here, but if they start with infantry in this tree line, that's going to be a bit awkward. Going to bring in some Maxims. We're going to spread these about. We're kind of going defensive, offensive. So I'm basically going to play defensively initially to sponge their recon forces and the BAF. Or the BA-10Ms, basically. And then we're going to push off after that in the places where they lack defenses. Now, the front line will probably shift forwards quite a lot because the recon is not pushing the front line. So we've got to be careful anyway when moving forwards. But we'll bring in a few Stroki pushes because we have an abundance of points. Going to have to use some of them at least. We'll just have attacks go for places that are harder for them to cover from range with the BA-10Ms. We'll bring some in on the left as well. Because there are lots of flags that kind of are right against the edge of the map. We'll probably use some infantry on the right actually. We have a lot of infantry this time because it's 2 rifle regiments as opposed to a battalion and like a HQ section. And we'll see how far we get with those. Right, I think that's more or less it. I'm going to maybe bring in some fighters initially. These actually don't cost too much. They're only 4 points apiece. Okay. Going to get some of the bombing variant ones as well. I can bomb pretty much anything I want to kill initially. Should be good actually for killing the recon early on. Ooh, have they got their AT guns coming out from the get-go? Oh, here come the Blenheims I was talking about. We're gonna have to unload these. There's the BA-10Ms I was talking about. Let's make sure we turn off APCR. It'll be a lot quicker. Oh, these can also fire RAT guns. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? Oh, and on the left we need to unload. I think I lost quite a lot of infantry there. This is going to be another tough fight, apparently. I'm going to keep on top of these bombers. Damn, they have a lot of them. And all these AT guns with HE rounds are really hurting. I'll just strafe those. I'm going to get these guys into buildings. That strafing run was awful. Right, we killed that one at least. Spread out across the river. Right, let's go for that Blenheim. Probably more important right now. And I'm going to start bringing in some more infantry. I could probably strafe the BAFC to death as well, thinking about it. That bombing strike missed completely, that's good. Come on, LA5. Get him. One's damaged, so we'll let it go back. It seems like when they get to a certain altitude, my fighters just refuse to continue attacking them. I'm going to get these Maxims to move up. Definitely need to stop allowing infantry from blowing up. Maybe I should start using seize orders. Usually I'm on top of my micro for that kind of thing, but in this case where it's just a bit hectic, it's very difficult. We haven't really bumped into too much of the infantry yet, so that's something I'm worried about, that's for sure. Their infantry is going to really suck. Going to do loads of damage to us very quickly. Might even bring in my snipers. Yeah, the snipers would actually be a pretty decent shout, thinking about it. That bomber missed again, which is nice. I'm going to use the church to jump into the face of the A10M. There we go. Beautiful. We're making ground on the right. We should soon be making ground on the left again, once I stop sacrificing Strauki for no reason. Get the Maxim up as well. Bring in a few more Maxims, I think, for the ridge to join the snipers. You can see just how quickly they just annihilate that from a distance. There's the gun there as well. The infantry / AT gun, but yeah. Well, looks like they brought in an actual Focke-Wulf, like a proper Focke-Wulf, not just the recon Focke-Wulfs. Hopefully I can kill that with the bombs that are going to land on them. Lovely. Alright, with the Maxims unloading, we should be able to pin that down and kill them off. One of these Thraki might die. Not sure yet. I'm going to turn with the LA5FN just so that we can avoid having that shot down. Great. Now P2s with rockets. Oh boy. Oh, we shot down one, shot down two. So many aircraft. Damn. Also the infantry on the left that I gotta deal with. Alright. Seize orders. I give in. Seize orders. Let's go. On the right, they should be just spreading out, ideally. We'll manually give those orders. Another Blenheim shot down. We're doing so much damage to their air force in this episode. I might just bring in the F-22s as infantry guns, because at least they can fire at the BA-10Ms as well. These Focke-Wulfs are probably too fast for my LA-5FNs to kill them. Unless they go in a straight line. But I think we're out of range. Yeah, we are. And they're faster, so there's also that. Not sure we're gonna shoot down that Blenheim. Maybe? No, probably not. That is unfortunate, but maybe we can shoot down these ones instead. We'll give it a go. So many aircraft. Okay, time to buy in some more then. I think our best bet is just to kind of head on each one individually. Like that. Yeah, the right flank's secure, left flank's just being a nightmare because of all of the aircraft targeting it. Well, at least we have a lot of expendable infantry to throw into this fight, huh? Gotta get on the back of these Focke-Wulfs. Come on, shoot him down. There we go. Beautiful. And it looks like we've broken the left side as well. Oh, I did shoot down one of my LA5s. I think that was a head-on. It's tough. Turning into a right duel of fighters. Especially Considering these are 2-star veterancy, they're like way more maneuverable than usual for Focke Wolves. Because the veterancy of aircraft does increase their agility. And there goes another LA5. Ideally, I should be microing them, but I'm trying to micro enough as it is. Right, come on, kill that Focke Wolf for me. Just failing to get on the tail of the enemy so hard. Gotta kill whatever's creating this salient and then we're good. We've got 20 to 4. It's a major victory right now. Most of the units left on the ground will be recon, so they barely have a presence on the front line. But it'd be nice to go total victory. Probably get us a party to just run on to this point. We've got 10 seconds. Total victory would be good. So many aircraft. But we shot down a lot of them, so that's good. Alright, there we go. Another incredible battle. 111 kills to 48 losses. Our losses were pretty bad. Yeah, we lost a lot of AT guns. We lost the snipers. Lost a lot of infantry, but we did shoot down plenty of aircraft, which is good. But just those units they had on the ground, I don't think I really appreciated how much damage those AT guns would do. Like these ones, the 75 mils, the AP and HE shells. But job done anyway. That should, in theory, destroy the unit. Yeah, good. And that's going to allow us to continue our push through. Great. Unfortunately, guys, though, it has been my time. A couple of really nice battles today, actually. It's certainly heating up. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.